Other kids should understand why the particular student is wearing what she or he is wearing, so that it doesn't become something sort of mysterious and threatening for kids.
The point is that we all come with a certain background that defines who we are, and it defines even how we see other people. The Orthodox Jews would have certain clothing requirements, and there are other smaller sects of Judaism as well. So I think it depends a little bit about your religious practice. As a Reform Jew, no, there would be no difference in the clothing that I would wear.
We believe our body's a temple, so we try to avoid too tight of pants and for girls, and shirts that are too low cut. We try to keep the cut higher and cover the shoulders. We try to wear modest clothing, keep our pants around our waist, shorts that are longer to the knees.
The actual authentic pronunciation is Sikh or Sikhism. And it's a path of spirituality and of love and unity. Unity and equality are really big parts in our faith. And the other really big part is selfless service.
Truth, contentment, peace, compassion, cleanliness. These virtues that we strive to attain or become better at help us to become better beings.
One of the components of the faith of Sikhism is that we do not remove hair or cut our hair from any part of our body. So that is in keeping with this idea of living a natural life, honoring our Creator, honoring the role that the hair plays on our body.
So we do not cut our hair, and so we tie it up in a bun on our head, and then we have a long cloth. So some people have shorter cloth and a smaller turban, and oftentimes men's are a bit larger, so you have longer cloth, and we wrap that around. And there's different techniques, so every person will have a different way that they tie it and that they've perfected, so you'll learn it from someone and then you'll find your own kind of way of doing things. Personally, I feel that it's a promise of integrity. It's a way to be different and stand out, and you know that wearing a turban. Students, they want to be different, so they'll dye their hair, they'll have a tattoo, piercings, and those are all ways to have your self-identity, that what, I'm my own person and I'm different. And just like that, a turban is a way that I'm able to express my own self-identity and being different and embracing that.
And so this is given to Sikhs as one of the parts of the uniform that we should wear at all times. So it symbolizes a lot more than just a piece of cloth for me. It symbolizes that stand for justice, the dignity, my love for my Guru, for my faith, and for the virtues I stand for.
Attire for girls when they reach the age of what Islam calls the age of bulugh or maturity is that they do have to wear a head covering whereby their hair is covered and their body shape is covered to a reasonable extent. So they do not have to wear a certain color of abaya or a lengthy chador, but they have to wear something that is modest, in which their curves don't show, and to a reasonable degree their shape is covered up. Then we ensure that they are empowered to know that why they're doing this, what it means, why the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his family require the hijab to be worn.
There's so many different hijab styles. There's YouTube videos on how to wear your hijab in different ways. It's what you're comfortable basically in. So you can get different cloths. Like in winter, I'll wear a thicker scarf just so I'm like more warm. But in winter, I'll get some scarves that are very more like breezy.
People make it sound like it's complicated, but it really isn't. Basically, I have like your hair and I have like your ears and like Yeah, your face can show, but that's about it. Like some people do wear the thing across your nose, like your face, but it's not mandatory, it's for choice. I play sports. I'm on a lot of teams. I go out and do it because it's not making a difference. I'm just dressed more than other people. My coach was worried about my pins getting stuck to the net or anything. So he's like, just wear a simple one so we don't have that danger.
Do you wear that all day? Do you shower with that on? Do you actually have hair underneath that? There's some like really, really crazy things people might actually think, and it's not their fault because they don't know what it is. But it makes us laugh sometimes when they think like we wear this, so then we can like just put like like instead of a purse, you can hide stuff in there. There's so many different things that you get when it comes to hijab. I think if you have the freedom to wear what you want to wear, then I should be able to wear my scarf. My scarf is my own personal decision. Nobody told me to wear it. Nobody forced me to wear it. And I am more comfortable in my hijab. It's a part of who I am. And if you're going to tell me to take off my hijab, you're basically telling me not to be myself. And that's not right.
In high school, there's not much of a worry about what students wear. I could see concern with certain medicines, kind of an unawareness. I wear my medicine pouch for protection. It has a lot of protection medicine in it.
The medicine pouch is basically a pouch where they keep something that's sacred to them, and usually it's the 4 medicines or something that is dear to them. In mine, I carry a little medicine stone, and that was gifted to me, so I put that in there, and then I put other things in there that only I know, and it's a personal relationship.
It's kind of personal, but people wear them for different reasons, but the most basic common one is tobacco, so that if you need to offer tobacco, you have it with you. Basically offering a prayer, a form of communication, because we believe that everything has a spirit. You know, even rocks have spirits. So when we need to use something, what we do is we offer that to them, to communicate to them.
Medicine pouch is usually a leather bag. It depends on how it's decorated and what medicines are put in it for different purposes. I wear my medicine pouch because it gives me a sense of security and comfort.
All medicine pouches will be made out of hide. They could be small, could be a little bit bigger, it all depends on the individual. Majority of the time it's the 4 medicines that we have. Again, this is the sweetgrass. This is what we call the hair of Mother Earth. It's got a really nice sweet smell to it. And then we have the sage, the white sage, and there's different forms of sage. There's a soft sage, the leaf, and then there's the woman sage, and then we have cedar, and the cedar is grown all over the place. And then we have the tobacco. They would put all 4 in there, and then they would carry that. They would also put whatever else that they need to put in there, or they feel directed to do. It might be maybe a little bear claw. It might be a little, little mishomas or a stone. It could be something that was given to them that means a lot to them, and that's what they put in it. So it carries good medicine for them. And the tobacco, yes, tobacco has a negative connotation out there as far as, causing cancer, and it's not good. It's not the tobacco per se, it's the chemicals that are put into that tobacco. First Nations people use pure tobacco.
It's green leaf, and we plant it every year. If someone was to smoke it, they would get sick from it. So it's a very different type of tobacco, and it's not from, cigarettes or anything like that.
I've never been challenged or asked to take it off when I wear my medicine pouch. Yeah, I don't think anyone should be really challenged for anything they wear unless it is harmful to other people.
The kirpan is certainly something a student whose family is a baptized Sikh, an Amritari Sikh, would likely wear if the parents have started them early on from the practice of wearing the kirpan. So we've got the kada, we've got the kachera, we've got the case, we've got the kanga, and the item kirpan, which is probably the most misunderstood. They're of different sizes. This one here You know, you'd find lots of Sikhs wearing this size. It could be worn under their clothes or over their clothing. There are many different styles of it, but this is a traditional kirpan style. Within it is a blade, again a metal blade, which is about that size, it's about 4 inches. The kirpan is a symbol that we will protect the human dignity that exists in the human body. So whether it's personal or community-wise or for the nations that we live in, that we have a responsibility to be upholding social justice. Kirpan means one that the blessing that has come to give you honor, kirpan, or that has come through the blessing, with the grace of the Lord. And just as the queen might have a scepter, or you might see a form of a sword or a kirpan or something in the House of Commons, or some form of that power, the kirpan is a symbol of justice. It's a symbol of upholding righteousness. The intent of the kirpan is never to be taken out to hurt someone. We all have in our classrooms scissors and sometimes knives and X-Acto knives. The intent of a scissor is to use for crafts. Students who wear the kirpan are coming from that thought process of spirituality. And so the kirpan is a show for me that I will stand up for justice.